I kind of love Weenie Wheels Wednesday because I can do whatever I want. I don't like having limitations. I'm going to turn around the lights so that you can see better. Today we're going to do a tour of my room, and maybe that'll add more brightness to it. It's a gloomy day. I actually have my curtain closed too. Not that I think that would make any difference, but we might as well try that. We could start over here. You can also see that my advent calendar is hanging. It's really getting in the way. I keep bumping my head on it and hitting my head on the clothesline because they're really hanging down. Now, something that I didn't think, or that I thought that would happen because of this, I have snacks in here. Like, I treated myself to things that I really love, like special nuts and dried fruit that I never indulge in. So the fact that it's just hanging over my head, now I totally forgot about it because I'm so ahead of the game for Christmas, which is amazing. But maybe once I start opening them, then I'm going to say, oh, I really want some of those nuts. Am I going to take down one of the bags? Also, am I going to pick and choose? Am I going to feel around for the special treat that I feel like for that day? Because I just put them up as random. I don't know what I'm going to get. That's part of the fun. Also, speaking of being prepared for Christmas, I'm so prepared, which is so amazing. Those are toys that I want to open for Christmas. Those are probably the toys that I'm most excited about opening. And I've also started early. Today I made a video about... Yeah, I'm opening the window here. Opening the window without trying to dox myself. Can't really. I'm in such a weird place. I don't think that's going to add any light to the room. I'm in such a weird place that nobody would ever be. Oh, I'm not going to. I'm not challenging you. Please, don't come to my house. Okay. Please, no, nobody, please, ever. It would be so awkward. I'm so awkward. Okay, so we're going to do a tour. Here's the bathroom. That's it. So I pretend that I live in a hotel room and just use my room and the bathroom. Here is too much antique pottery that I've collected for no reason except that I like the way it looks. If I'm homeless, this is the only one I'm taking with me. It is my favorite out of every piece, but I guess all of these are my favorite now. And I just bought a new one of those for $3 that I just might have to discard. But it's about the colors. Oh, and then my 2 Christmas plates I put up there. And then these 2 cans in case of an emergency to store stuff in. Let's go over here, where I did show this already in another video. But this little caddy that I put together for some projects that I'm working on, some dioramas, and the fact that it's in the craft box that the original cans came in, because I go and I buy cases of pineapple at the store so that I get lots of points and stuff when I buy them. And I experimented with covering cans at one point, but I mean, that still looks pretty cool. You know what this is? That's my bum. I don't know if you can tell. That was just a picture that I shouldn't have printed out, but it's suggestive without even being noticeable what it is. But I'm working on building dioramas because I don't know. I think it's fun to do, and I think that's the way that my toy channel would have to go. This I want to edit, so I actually was going to take one of these cans because sometimes when I get something at the thrift store and I don't put it away properly, that is something that I'm going to do on my toy channel. At the same time as I'm minimizing here on this channel, I am going through my toys on my toy channel and separating everything but I think I washed those. I had them set aside. I don't know, they're cool rocks. Also, those were bought recently, and probably, well, I can't really do that right now. But I think later I will do that cleanup, because I've just been throwing stuff up there. I mean, because everything I like is the same, and it matches, and it's all natural and pretty. It does look good, but this is too junked up and unminimal for what I really like. Things are practical. I like things to be practical and useful, and every item that I have, that's why it's okay for me to... Oh, great, this computer is going to be ruined. It's okay for me to collect antique plates and things, because they serve two purposes. They serve three purposes. First of all, they're old and antique and have this history, and then I can store stuff in them. And they also look good, and they mean I guess that's the history part, is that they mean something to me. They remind me of where I'm from. They remind me of what I really like in this world. They remind me of what I want. I want to live in an 1800 or earlier house, and or castle, and maybe one day that'll happen. Okay, I'm going to take down the laundry. I did the laundry. Am I really recording good? That was scary. I did laundry last night. I did it really late last night, so probably around 11:30, and my laundry takes about 2 hours and a half to do, so it was done at about 1. But now it's the next day. Oh, I was going to say now it's the morning, but no, it's well into the afternoon. It's almost evening now, because that's just how things roll. So I'm going to take down all this stuff. This is the underwear that I like to wear, but it stretches out. Oh, that reminds me, I saw something on Instagram or TikTok about wearing cotton underwear. YouTube or Instagram. Did I say TikTok? I don't use TikTok. I hate TikTok. I think that's what's going to be Thursday's video. Oh, Thursday's tomorrow. I think I'm going to talk about social media. I did an experiment. Well, I've been doing a social media experiment for years, and I really am not sure of the results, but I think that this latest experiment, I don't know what it's proving. It's either proving that I'm completely unlikable, or that the algorithm is mean. I think it's a combination. I think that both can be right. Okay, so laundry comes down, so I'm just throwing this stuff on the bed so that I'll fold it. That'll be next. I guess I have to watch something. I also have to go to the grocery store because I have no food. I didn't eat any potatoes yesterday. I just ate popcorn and oatmeal and pineapple. I had lots of popcorn. 4 huge bowls of popcorn and 2 things of pineapple and oatmeal. Oh, these aren't completely dry because... No, here's a little, we'll give a little tip. Oh wait, they are dry. I thought the pockets weren't dry. When I'm hanging the stuff, when I wash stuff, I turn it inside out. Well, it depends. So if you're outside and you're getting muddy and dusty and dirty from outside, then I'll leave it right side out. You have to determine what's dirtier. Is it dirtier on the outside of the clothes or dirtier on the inside of the clothes? So if you're just like sweating a lot in your daily life and just it was like up against your body, then I turn those clothes inside out and I wash them. However, when I take everything out of the washing machine and I hang it to dry, then I turn everything right side out because things are hanging around and they're touching these surfaces that could have dust on them, and they're lying around, so dust is falling on them. So you don't want, this is a classic Jason OCD kind of life lesson experience tip. But this way, the dusty part doesn't touch your skin, because you don't want the dust floating around touching your skin. You want it to be cleaner, fresher on the inside than you do on the outside. You can even give it a little shake before you put some stuff on. So there is method to my madness. This shirt is inside out because I wear these inside out. Maybe I should wear one today. Oh, today is also a nice day. It's a nice day. It's 7. I don't know what's that in your, but it's been really cold. It's been at just freezing for the past couple of days. So kind of cold. Actually, it's been just above freezing. But I went to do some leaves the other day. I don't know if I mentioned this. And my hands, I like almost frostbitten my hands. My fingers were, I don't know if I'm not used to it yet, or I even put on double gloves, but I guess mittens are so much better than gloves. But it shouldn't have. Like, it was just below freezing, but usually a glove will be okay for that. But I guess it was because maybe my hands were getting a little wet. I don't know, but my fingers were numb when I came in. I couldn't even stay out that long. I probably did an hour, maybe 2 hours of yard work. And I had to come in. Usually I'll do 5 or 8, depending on the day. I mean, it's so much fun to be outside in the summertime and spend time outside. I love that, shirtless in the backyard, cleaning the pool in my Speedo. How is that not enjoyable? You're in the sun and you're around water, and all of these things are important. So I do like that. What are we doing for time? How am I speaking? How much am I going on about? Do I need glasses? Let's see. I want to buy another one of these. I broke one of those from tripping over it. They seem to be working really well and adding a lot of extra light. I need more light because of the camera that I use. We'll talk more on that tomorrow. This thing. It is so rare for me to buy something that I don't really think about, and when I buy something, it has like multiple uses. Like I said already, for those vases, I really have to think about it, and I really have to love it. And I thought that this. They didn't give me much of a discount. It was like broken or something, or I forgot. I asked for a discount on this, and they gave me such a lame discount. I forget why, but I still paid $15 for this. I can't see. I guess $14 or something. Whatever. Price is right there in front of me. I thought I was gonna like make a banister out of it. Like, it's totally my jam. But I thought I was gonna make like a diorama banister. Could I still do it? No, I can't still do it. It didn't work out when I did hold it up in the. Anyway, it's one of the only things I ever bought that I totally, completely wasted money on. I mean, I bought some other crazy things from thrift stores or stuff that I thought I was going to do something with, and I never did. But it's so rare, so it really is. It really hurts me, especially $15 is a lot. Like at a thrift store, I might pay like up to not more than $10 for sure on something that I think I'm going to do something with. I mean, it is still completely 100% my style with the wrought iron black. I mean, I could use it. Should I put it in? I don't even have a corner of my room to put it on, but it's not. A corner shelf is not my jam either. I mean, I have every wall is filled with a shelf because I am the most organized hoarder in the world. That's how I roll. I like my Christmas decorations though. So happy that I wanted these so badly, and I said, no, you can't do that. You can't buy Christmas presents. You're moving out of your house, and you have to get rid of everything. But I bought them anyway, because what else was I going to decorate my paper bags with? I was going to put leaves on those too. I think I forgot to mention that. I was going to, I thought, I'm not going to buy plastic holly, and then I have a holly tree right outside. So I thought about, I didn't know how that would work out. I don't know how holly dries or doesn't dry. I should actually do an experiment. Pick some leaves off that. Maybe I will do that. If anybody knows anything about holly leaves, I guess I could Google it too. Then I was going to just I know that I have construction paper in here. Oh, that's something else. I was going to give you a little tour of under here too. We should do a little assessment. I think I'll do that in a second. But I do have some construction paper and stuff in there that I considered cutting out leaves and putting it on the thing, but they look fine. I probably green wouldn't even do anything. I mean, it would match with Castle Grayskull on this horrible wall that I never painted, that I had always intended to, but things kept happening. Alright, so in here, I guess I have some books, and that's where, I guess craftier paper is, some, kids' books, and some dollar store books that I thought were cool, but they were so cheap from the dollar store. They might be kid-oriented or toy-oriented books that I just thought were cute or cool, and because they were such discounts, that I would get them. I guess this is a whole Star Wars collection. Oh, that is kind of cool. I was going to say, what's this? Epic collection. It's a whole Star Wars comic book consolidate. If I ever had time to read a book, I'm not even a Star Wars nerd. Maybe that's stuff I can sell on eBay. Who knows if that's worth anything. It wouldn't have been whenever I bought it, because they would have been abundant, but perhaps now I have to be careful. I don't want to wreck it because I pulled it out. Griffin and Sabine is a really cool trilogy. At least I liked it when it originally came out in the 90s. I believe it was maybe the late 80s, early 90s. Really interesting, mind-bending. It was for me then. Maybe it wouldn't be for me now. And then when I think about what I want to keep and what I don't want to keep, these Hardy Boys books, I haven't read any of them, and they're not even the original stories. They kind of woke them up I forget when they rewrote them, because they were so politically incorrect. So it would be kind of cool to have the politically incorrect versions of them. But also Nancy Drew, and also they made I think they made 60 or more of them, and they remade them with these hardcover books. But I did thrift these, and because I know kids who ever got them didn't read them, so they're brand new, but they're thrifted. I just like how they all match. They're probably pretty good. I did start to read one, and it was compelling enough, and I'm not a good reader, so it had to be compelling enough because I was actually reading it, and it felt good. So, okay, and then they have these binders of... Is this overwhelming? Is this too much already? I don't know. I have a lot of these metal boxes that I collect. Just antique office supply boxes, so I can store little things in them. And then I have other little boxes. Some have photographs, and some have sunglasses, and each box has something in it. A lot of the stuff probably doesn't need to be kept, but I do have little things, and my intention has always been to organize everything even better and better and better. I probably do want to keep the metal boxes for keeping the little things that I have organized, like thumb drives. I keep a lot of videos and stuff on thumb drives. But then also these boxes in here, and I've mentioned this in videos before. My intention was to consolidate these boxes and really throw out the stuff. Like, it's just practical things that I own. Like some there's craft supplies in there, there's electronics in there, but that stuff gets used up or obsolete. And then here, I guess it's mostly, there's not a lot of books. I took a lot of the books downstairs, which they're in boxes, but there's a room full of books. So for some reason I said, hey, I'm just going to take my books downstairs and put them into the room with the other books. I don't know, I thought it was like the right energy to do that. But there are my romance novel covers are all down there, and I kind of want to keep those. Those are kind of cool. I was on romance novel covers, quite a few of them. Okay, and there's more books that I can get rid of. Most of my DVDs I have put in boxes, just to discard, kind of thing. Like, they're great DVDs, and I have them, like, most of them again from dollar store TV programs mostly, but a lot are my favorite movies. But most of my favorite movies I have also put on thumb drives and DVDs, like bulk video game DVDs. But then I have Masters of the Universe books and DVDs, and those I have to keep. Also, I have Degrassi DVDs and books that I would have to keep. Like, they're kind of useless, but they mean a lot to me, and I really like them. So, this whole 12 box thing, I mean, 12 boxes, and one of those 12 boxes are books, and one of those 12 boxes are DVDs. That's possible. But then, what about the toys I want to keep? Okay, and then there's just some loose electronics. The printer came with the house, so it would stay here anyway. More boxes for sorting and storing, that a lot of them are empty. Well, let's see. Let's just grab. Oh, of course I grab one that's empty. Oh, this is a great example. It's a box with a box inside of it. Is there anything in this? Oh, this is great. What a perfect example. It's a box with a box in it and another box in that box. But these are so nice, and they're so my style. They look like they're, well, what they are. They're card catalog books, but they look like military card catalog books. So I know that there's little things that we all have little things that we need to organize, and an example of that is what I wanted to set up. Was I wanted to have I never set up a battery station. Like, every good person should have, every organized person, everybody should have a battery station where they have the recharger sitting next to a box of batteries that need to be charged, ones that are next to a socket where there's some charging, and then you have another box of ones that are ready to go, so you can just pull them. So you just have this rotating station. I just never had a surface clear to do that, but for the most part I do have that set up, and it's actually, ironically, part of that is sitting right here. So I do have these extra power bricks just going to waste. Whenever I used to go on like a bus tour to the States, which I would get a bus and go shopping and drive me to the States, I would always make sure I had one of these. I'd make sure that I had all of these with me, so that when I was running around taking pictures of the different toys, and also for the bus trip there and the bus trip back, I was using my phone a lot more than I normally would. So I did always like to have those available for stuff like that. But yeah, that's why those are in there. And then I have another battery box. Here's something. I collect the cards off of some of the toys that I have. This is kind of a good example of ones that I have that I don't necessarily need to keep. That's why I separated these ones from, but I was still pondering it. But I separated them from this selection, which is my Masters of the Universe cards, which I definitely want to keep, but maybe I won't. All of that stuff is online. All of the pictures are online. And that is what a lot of people do nowadays, is they take pictures of memorabilia and they keep it that way. So some other books and stuff that I regret, I guess, getting. I spent a lot of time getting them, never read them, like kids' books, toy books, stuff like that, that I thought they were cute to flip through, and I would get them on discount. I would get them at thrift stores, and I would make sure that they're all brand new. But if they were thrifted or discount from discount bookstores, but toy-oriented books that were fun to look through and flip through, but I don't need to keep them now, especially because some of the toys I'm not even interested in. But I am interested in Masters of the Universe. So those, and I do still love my Degrassi books. So I want to keep those. I'm pretty sure that I could do one. Yeah, I could definitely do one box of books, and I might be able to do one box of books and DVDs. I gotta stop overestimating myself, though. I don't know, where am I getting 12 boxes from? Oh, I know where I'm getting 12 boxes from. The cheapest storage unit you can buy can hold 12 of these boxes. And it's like it's under $200 a month. And then I think for even a little more, wait, oh no, I almost had I guess I kind of have a man bun today. I keep banging my head on these Christmas bags. For still under $200, you can do 24 of them. So I could have, it's really hard to show you how big these are, but maybe I overestimate how big they are, underestimate. I mean, you can fit a lot of books in there. So, yeah, I don't know. And then one needs to be for my hangers, which I need to keep. But I was like looking back and forth at my suits and then at the box. Like, I was under the impression, because these boxes were so big, that I could put all of my clothes in there. But I mean, the hangers would go in a separate box, and then I'm definitely underestimating. But I don't really have a choice. 24 boxes, that's a huge step up from 12 boxes. And then there would be room on the side to keep, it's so funny because these chairs are so new. I would leave the shelves. I have so many of these shelves in the toy room. I have them set up like a library warehouse, where there's columns of them running down the middle of the room, and then they're on the sides. And then here, am I going to show you? Today's not the day. Nobody's going to watch the video. Look, I can't even open the door because I have filled in. Can you see? There's light here. that I can just reach around the toys. Now it's kind of the worst. See, this looks like hoarding. It's kind of it got worse before it got better, because this stuff that I've piled here is stuff that I've been, like, this stuff was on the shelf over there and I had to bring it out, and then I just threw it in here to get it out of the way. But there's no walkway. There's always an intention of a walkway, and there is not a walkway here. No longer a walkway. You can't see, can you, at all there? But it's piled up. This does look like a hoarding room. There's kind of a pathway here. There's a pathway down here. You can't see, can you? It's too dark. It's probably best that you can't see. But that's where I have more of these boxes. And maybe you can see from the back way here. Here's just one of the narrow pathways of me going through here. And then, oh, it's even worse over here, because this last space, I made it so is a little bit of room to get by, but this was always really cleared out. But I have just put these ones in here because all of these ones were on this shelf, and I had to take them all out to get them listed on eBay, and I ran out of space in my other closet to put the items that I have listed on eBay. So yeah, I had always had this hallway cleaned out for sure, because it's further back in the room, and then I want to access all of these boxes with toys on them. But this is why the first thing to do is I have to get it down a bit before I can take out and choose the things that I really, really want. This stuff is selling really, really quickly. So some of these bigger boxes, they're kind of empty right now, because I've just been like moving this out of the way, pulling out the thing that was bought, and then shipping it off. So these probably I can start to consolidate these a little more, but I do need to list more because I have sold a lot. I think I got 100 items that I can put on, so that's something that I have to get to really, really quickly. And I really do, oh, you can't even say, why is it so dark in here? I'm excited about, I see so many of these boxes of toys filled with things that I know that I don't want. So I'm super excited just to weed through quickly, but I can't do it until I clean up some of the bulk. And it's just gonna get easier and easier. There's no more stuff coming in. Oh, and then there's the boxes that I use to ship stuff in, which I have to buy more of. Okay. One room, 2 rooms, and I keep my stuffing up there. That does, just putting that stuff outside my door does save up the space. Okay, and then that reminded me of these. So these bins right here are some stuff that I pulled out to organize and talk about. I just did a video on these ones, and I even organized them even more after my video. And these are things that they're my new Masters of the Universe action figures that I really want to keep. And then these ones are also some toys that I love. I love them so much that I don't want to put them in the other room. So these are the most important things to me right now. So, I mean, a lot of it's books and just boxes and a lot of it probably can be nested into each other. I'll get some more favorite DVDs up there, HBO DVDs, which I guess could go, because I do have them all on thumb. I have all the shows also on thumb drives. There's extras. Am I ever going to really watch the extras? I wonder if the extras are on YouTube too. There's also stuff like this. Like, marbles are so cool. This is that's one of those. Oh man, these marbles are extra cool. There's a reason I have these. Look, it's a clear sphere glass. That's amazing. It's huge too. Oh, that's so good. I'm not sure. These are either from the dollar store or they're really antiques. They're based on, if they're not antiques, I know that I have some. No, I have the antique ones in an. This is a dollar store jar, and I have the dollar store ones in the dollar store jar, and I have the antique ones in an antique jar. Which, is that around here somewhere? No, because I have a whole. Well, I'm sure it is. I have a whole, and then I have an antique mason jar with beads in it. Oh, and I've got another antique jar with beads in it, which I have those downstairs in the library too, in a cedar chest to organize later, just because I had no place to put them and I wanted to organize them. Yeah, I got other stuff all over the house. Okay, and then there's two other units here. So this stuff's easy for me to throw out. Like, I want to keep the metal boxes for the future, because I've collected. It's a collection that I've made. I guess mason jars, antique mason jars, metal antique office boxes, and wooden coat hangers are three staples that I've been collecting for a long, long time. And then we can add the pottery, and these insulators would definitely fall under the same category as the pottery. But that's really all I have. These are awesome. These wooden Matryoshka dolls they're from the dollar store, but they look like they're antique. That's what I do. The plates are disposable. These ones, they're just to bring temporary joy, temporary Christmas joy. Even though I could see keeping them, but I do tend to like to keep just white things, even though they're different white things. I think I mentioned this before in a video. The stuff that I like is usually, the antique stuff that I like is usually stuff that nobody else would want. Like, this is probably stained because somebody put it in the oven and it was baking and it burnt a little bit, and so the clay discolored underneath the glaze and it looks so dingy, but I love it. So it's really easy for me to find antiques for good prices, because I like the ones that are like this chair. $2. I bought 4 of them, $8 in total. That's fitting in whatever storage locker I have to get, because I've been waiting to find this chair my whole entire life. Same with that clothes rack. Those are two recent things that I acquired. I think even after I knew that I have to get out of here. Well, I knew I had to get out of here for years. It's just, it seems like it's more. That chest will have to go. I love it. I've had it for quite a while. I think I had it for like 20 years. Whoa.